Hey, what's going on out there, you guys? It's your girl, Pretty Sexy Jarrell Brand, aka Sandra Sesson. And of course, I'm coming to you all over here on YouTube with another review of Bold and Bougie that is on WeTV, that is produced by Carlos King, starring Malaysia, Pargo, Tamika Raymond, Princess Loftner, Crystal Bay, and Goshay Hawkins. You guys, if you've seen my last two reviews over here on YouTube or over on X, where I tagged Mr. King and some other ladies from the show or people from the show, sharing, just my thoughts and my opinions. And once again, another Thursday night, I'm not disappointed. And like I always say, the ladies give what's supposed to be gave, and they're bringing back like this form of nostalgia in the reality TV world. But I just want to say this, to pick up from last week's episode and coming into this week's episode of Bold and Bougie, I like that we had a meetup with Goshay and Miss Tamika, because at the Clatchet Tea Party, I felt like things were kind of, tense, but as the lady said, they're working and they're building on a friend group. So I kind of understand in the development process where I'm trying to get to know you, but it doesn't seem like you're open to like sharing, but we also have to meet each other mutually in the same place. So I get that and I respect it, and I really think that it's really dope that we opened up with that part of with that being at the beginning of the episode instead of waiting to the end and kind of like letting us see that, because baby, tonight's ending was very much so snap, 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 clap, 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 if you ask me, because it gave what it was supposed to be gave. It was nice seeing Mrs. Princess Loftner at her husband's office and part of their family business as HR and helping in the office and around the office. I think that is very cute, and that was like very important to see, because we don't see a lot of couples that interact on TV, and if we do, we see it on shows such as Married to Medicine or like other franchise brand like shows. Also, tonight was very interesting as well, seeing Miss Goshay sit down and go out with Miss Princess after the Clatchet Tea Party, because when she asked Miss Princess, what do you do for a living, you would have thought like that would have ended or not worked out too well. But this is what I love about Princess Loftner. She is a girl's girl. She's very much so a lady of her words and a lady of her standing. And she's always willing to like be open to conversation and dialogue, which I think is very important, especially like in a group like this. But what I found very interesting about Miss Goshay is that how open she was, and also that she was just like very honest about her meeting with Miss Tamika and about how it kind of went between them. Now I'm not gonna lie and say, what Miss Tamika said was not a jab, because she was like, it won't be a woman. I was like, girl, the jabs. So, but I was like, this is TV, so of course it's gonna be things like that. And these ladies, like I said before, were just kind of like new to getting to know each other, so it's pretty much understandable. And I'm not saying that it's okay, but I do understand that, guess what, when I don't know you, you don't know me, it's kind of like all bets off. We can pretty much say what we want to say or say how we feel. And if these ladies do have a relationship before this point, I was not privy to it, and I'm only speaking on what I'm seeing now on Bold and Bougie. Also, Princess came through with the fashions tonight. Also, I enjoyed when Malaysia came in and she sat down and she was just talking to Princess and sharing with Princess that, she should be more vocal when it comes to certain situations. But now, I can understand Princess and Tamika's situation, because like, we're friends outside of this show. I'm not finna come at her crazy or like come at her any type of way about something that's gone on. I'll talk to her when I get ready, especially if we have like that kind of friendship or dual dynamic where we converse and handle things in a certain manner, whether it's publicly or privately. And I thought it was just like very interesting. You know, Malaysia was like, I want us to talk. I really want us to work through this, which that's what I love about this show. So many ladies are not trying to be like in discourse or mess or drama. They really want to build a sisterhood and show what is important. But baby, y'all seen. Now, I had to say my girl Crystal for last because Crystal, baby, Crystal, I knew I liked you for a reason. Like, since episode 1, I knew there was something about you that I really loved and that I really, really just knew we were going to click on her. I felt like we were going to be very similar. And after watching tonight's episode, I very much so see how we are similar. And I feel like Crystal felt, I'm not even going to lie, like, look here, I'm back outside. I'm working to provide. I'm doing what is needs to be done, what I was doing before I got married and became a wife, or known as Mrs. Smith. Like now I'm back out here, I'm on my thing, I'm back out here in the A, and I'm inviting you ladies out, and we're having a good time. And then, you know, things just start going left once I arrive, and things happen, and I was just like, oh, Miss Crystal, I understand. I see you. I feel you. And I'm not gonna lie. At Crystal's event, at her hosting tonight, things were very intense. The ladies weren't all there. Once again, Malaysia's friend came, and her name is also Princess. And like I said before, she is a physician. And Malaysia's friend, Princess, I will say this. She is very much so, Malaysia's my friend. We're here. This is the group. Okay, I kind of know about you ladies. I don't know you ladies that well, but I kind of know about you. And understanding that, you know, Malaysia's friend Princess is also a new lady coming into the circle, into the group. And I feel like Princess wants things out and open and on the table so there can go and be a discussion. So it can't be like a ongoing thing, in which I can also respect it. But when you're new to a friend group or new to a group of people, you always kind of have to give yourself some time to see how things are going to work out and play out. But like I said, I also understand that Princess is new and she's doing what she's clocked in, so she's doing what she's supposed to do. But I think when it reads on the screens to a lot of the ladies, it doesn't come off as like she's genuinely concerned. It's more, to them, I think it feels like, oh, she's just coming in and she's trying to rah-rah the group, if that makes sense. But, you know, I think things took a very interesting turn from with Miss Princess Loeffner and the other princess, because she came in speaking about she should call Miss Tamika and, like, you know, express herself and speak on what's going on. And I was like, okay. And then, like, when Princess got up and she walked away and she left the table, and Princess was like, no, not me. I was like, oh, baby, you done got my girl. I was like, oh, you done got my girl Princess worked up. But what I respect about Miss Princess Loeffner is that she actually removed herself. And she's like, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to call my girl. And honestly, I can respect it about Miss Princess. I also like the fact that Miss Malaysia went outside and she went to check on her and, like, talk to her and see how was she and how did she want to move forth with the situation between her and Miss Tamika, and how did she want to work things out. And I really respect her for, like, going out there and talking to her, like I said, and just checking in on her and seeing what was going on. And I love that Tamika called while she was sitting in the car while Malaysia was talking to her. I also thought that was very interesting. And I love the fact that Princess asked that, you know, Malaysia walk away and, you know, let her talk. But then after all that occurred, we get back inside and we get back to Malaysia's friend Princess and Miss Crystal, and there seems to have like a ongoing kind of like back and forth thing. And then where things went left, and I completely understand, once again, this is why I say this is why I knew I love Crystal, because when Princess insinuated or like let out of her mouth that Crystal was loose, I'm not gonna lie, I would have been offended too. A, because I don't know you. B, this is like my second or third time meeting you, and every time I meet you, there always seems to be, I'm not gonna say an issue between them, but I feel like there's some kind of discord that we're not seeing or that we're not aware of. And honestly, I think I would have done the same thing like Crystal would have done. I would have been like, girl, you're not gonna get me to this point. You're not gonna get me here. I'm finna walk away from you. And you know, Princess was like, well, I'm just saying, I mean, that was a past statement, present statement. I just feel like once you call someone or tell someone that they're not in a tactful body space, or there's like a label that's attached to them, I think it's kind of hard to come back from that. And that's why when Crystal walked to the bathroom with her friend, I understood like her anger, her frustration, and she's like, she's done. And I think she doesn't mean like she's done with the show, I hope and pray. I think she means she's done with like her interactions with certain people and how things are being projected on the screen. I think she's done in the assets as far as like that. But I will say this, another wonderful episode, Mr. Carlos King. Very high energy, a lot of stories still shared and shown. It's like every time I hear Miss Tamika talk about her son, I get sad because guess what? I don't have any children, but to lose a child and then to be like a survivor and kind of fight through that, and not fight through, but like to be encouraging to others through that, that goes to show her the consistencies of her heart. And you know, I think the judgment that she gets from people is sometimes just like, it's not right. I feel like they should get to know Miss Tamika. I feel like they should get to see more of her. And I really feel like that's where me and Miss Tamika and Crystal kind of have like a similarity or a duality, to where they're very both strong women that were married to men in the industry, and that no matter where they go, people are going to always tie them to those people. And outside of those people, they still have lives and stories of their own that they are trying to live out and tell and share with the world. And I appreciate all the ladies for that. But tonight, I really appreciate Miss Tamika and just everything that she's doing. Now, like I said, now she was very shady at the beginning of the episode, but I mean, was reality TV without a little bit of shade. But all in all, the show is still remaining in this cohesiveness of the ladies coming together, actually building a bond, actually having a sisterhood, actually being there for one another. And that there alone is why I think Bold and Bougie is like good TV, great TV, and I think that they're most definitely gonna have a season 2, and I cannot wait to see. But until next week, you guys, I'll be back for another review of Bold and Bougie. That comes on WeTV, and you can catch on All Black on Monday. And if you have not caught up, you can download the All Black app and watch the first 2 episodes tonight. And also, if you have the WeTV app, you can download, and I believe you can see all 3 episodes over on WeTV if you have the app. But until then, it's been your girl, Pretty Sexy Jar the Brand, aka Stone Assassin. And until next time, your girl's out.